Alright guys, welcome back to another episode on the Western Shore, back for episode number 4, and we need to have a bit of a sort out in here. It's all getting a bit hectic, so that's this morning's job, this afternoon even, 12 o'clock. So we finished drilling sugar beet in the last one. There's some liquid fertiliser to go on, which I haven't yet started because I thought I'd crack on with that a bit on camera, do some off camera as well, but I thought I'd do the first bit on camera so you can see all the mishaps. But I'm going to start this one off by having a full tidy up. So you'd also notice this trailer had seed on it last time, and I suddenly realised that I'd set myself up a bit too well. I had bought too much seed when I was setting up, and I actually thought it'd be a bit funner if I get rid of all the seed I had, and then when we come to seeding in autumn time this year, or whether we do spring or winter, whatever, we will have to buy in the seed and make sure we've got the funds. Whether we have to finance it or not, we'll work that out when we get there. But I thought that would be a bit more fun, because otherwise it's all a bit too set up, and then by the time we start selling wool and then grain when we combine and whatever else we do, I think that's just, something else a bit funner, if we actually have to think about our money a bit more. Also, we need some animal transport. Now, I actually spoke about this in the last episode, but this is the trailer that I want. So this, from memory, I can't actually quite remember, but I seem to remember using this in previous years, and you can get like 14 sheep on at a time, I think, which, by the way, is a ridiculously low number to real life, but doesn't matter. So it's £24,500. So either we can finance a bit more money and buy it now, sell some sheep, and then our next big income will probably be selling grain, and then I suppose wool in between. So we could pay back that money. Obviously, we've already got a £10,000 loan for the repair bill, so we're already owing money to the finance company. So I half wonder, my thought was perhaps borrow some more, buy the trailer, and we can sell some sheep, because turns out I got the numbers wrong in the first episode. I thought the numbers meant, let's go into the animal menu, I thought these numbers here was daily. That's hourly. So we get a new, there you go, it literally just popped up, there you go. So yeah, next animal in 1 hour and 23 minutes. So I got that wrong. I thought that was 1 day and 23 hours. It's not. So we are breeding thick and fast, which I kind of thought we could sell some sheep to pay back the finance. But yeah, that'll be in the next episode. I'll have a think about that. But that was me thinking. I'll probably finance some more money, buy that, and then we can go from there. Anyway, that's enough waffling for 5 minutes. Let's jump in the TW, give the head tracking a reset. For anyone that watched, oh no, hold on, that's also, there we go, that's a bit better. Yeah, for anyone that watched the last video, you'll know that I had troubles with my head tracking. I think it was to do, I had it mounted on the top of my headset, which is wrong. Anyway, I've got it mounted somewhere different now, so it should be a bit better. You live and learn. I'm still learning with my D-Land clip, but I've turned the sensitivity up, put it where it's meant to be, moved the camera as well, so it's all in a slightly better place now, I hope. That's going to hit that wall, I think. So I'm going to pull this trailer out first, because this trailer can actually live in that barn there, and then the drills and stuff ideally we put inside, keep away from rats and stuff like that, even though there'll obviously be rats in this grain store. But right, that'll do there. Handbrake on. I need to have a look at opening this door from the outside. Right, let's get that hooked on there. No dynamic hoses, which again, maybe that's something I should look into, because this tractor does support dynamic hoses. Okay, handbrake off, in gear, and away we go. So this is this trailer fully loaded would be crazy for this little tractor. So I've also MR'd this trailer now, so that's nice. So it's, yeah, MR'd, which is very, very nice. Sorry, moving my head tracking camera. As I said, I've fixed it. Still playing with it. Right, if we, where's a decent place? If we, where's my unload? That's all the wrong buttons, as per usual. There we go. Right, if we fold that up, if we tip that up like that, and then we can drive that all the way back, like that, we'll get that lifted back down. Something like that. That'll do, I think, for the minute. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll get the handbrake on, switch her off, that'll come back down. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right. So, yeah, that's the cultivator, by the way, that I forgot I bought. So, yes. Yeah. So we can probably fit a few more things in there. We'll put the... if we could get both drills in this side, that would be really nice. Let's have a look and see what we can do. The plough can stay outside. Any trailer stuff can stay outside. I'm not so worried about trailers. Right, let's get that all down. Let's get that started up. Beautiful. Still got just under half a tank in her, but that's alright. Let's get that window open there. See what we're doing a bit better. Something is going on with my head tracking. I still haven't quite figured it out. It's something to do every time it definitely worked best on my hat. It might be a case of needing to get some flat-sided headphones, I don't know. Oh, look at that. Right, I wonder whether we should put this one on the other side, although we've got that pretty damn perfect. Let's see how close we can get. Right, that's that cedar dropped off. Let's jump on to our grain drill and see if we can get that next to our other drill. We've got a decent Vardestad drill setup here. Let's get hooked onto this here. Something like that. Doink, doink. Beautiful. That'll do. Doink. Doink. Okay. Perfect. Let's get... Let's see if we can reverse it next to the other drill there. Nothing's coming on the lane. This is going to test our skills for sure. Okay. I don't want to jinx it, but whatever I've just done to move my head tracking has made it 10 times better. So it's the angle of the dangle. We're not going to hit any, no front weight issues. Oh dear. Yeah, mirrors are about as much use as a chocolate teapot on a hot day, so that's going well. Right, hold on. Let's straighten up here, and then let's jump out. Oh no, hang on. Maybe we should risk it for a chocolate biscuit. I kind of feel like we'll be alright. Famous last words. Oh god, that is tight on there. We're looking pretty good. That is really tight on that side. Okay, I think we've made that in. We might have to leave it at a bit of an angle, but that's okay. Well, it's in. That's the main thing. It was tight, but it's in. Let's have a look at the outside. Yep, managed not to hit that. Oh my god. Well, I would have said that's about perfect. Let's chuck that off there. Okay. Excellent. Right, let's correct how we want it in there, and then I'll be back to you with a slightly neater yard. Okay, so that is starting to look a little bit neater. Let's get this Bailey trailer backed up without hitting the wall, so somewhere like that, I'm guessing. That'll do. Handbrake on, open the door. Let's actually shut the back window there, shut all the other windows like that. I think there's that one, and then that'll do. We'll leave that shut off, get that door shut there. Excellent. Oh, we forgot to turn the IC off. There we go. Perfect. Should we drop the trailer off? I suppose we don't need it. We'll leave it on for the minute, that's fine. Okay, excellent. So that's looking a little bit tidier in there. So I actually managed to get the plough in this right-hand grain store here. And then we've got cultivator, combine, and then the sugar beet equipment. So that is a lot neater than it was, which I'm pleased about. It was getting a little bit messy. Right, now 1 o'clock. Let's go and spray some liquid fertiliser on our crops. I've already filled up and unfolded and actually left it in the field. I just wanted to get some tidying up done because it was all getting a little bit hectic for my liking. So as you see, so 85% down, or well, sorry, beg your pardon, 15% down, but 85% left, and that has filled up our front and back tank, which we'll have to double check how many litres that is. I'm not going to guess. I can't actually quite remember, but here she is in all her glory. Yeah, I think it's a little bit heavy for her. You can, yeah, you can see she's not too happy. I did actually copy from this in-game sprayer. I copied the MR details over to this sprayer. Obviously this is a 15 meter sprayer and this one's a 24 meter sprayer, so it does vary a little bit. It's not quite the same, but I did put some form of MR on it. So if we go in GS vehicle debug, and then we turn it on, and it's not MR'd. Oh, that's embarrassing. Okay, that was anticlimactic. I thought I MR'd that. Evidently not. Okay. Ignore that then. Anyway, let's... yeah, so we are 2,920 litres of liquid fertiliser in here. Let's get our section control HUD open, because I've got it, so that's good, isn't it? We'll get four-wheel drive div lock on, and we'll back up here. So I think, do we want to lift her up a bit, possibly? How we... Oh, hello, head tracking. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. We okay? We're not too low. Maybe we are a bit. We're at a bit of an angle. It's not too happy, I don't think. We'll start right back here. Okay. Something like that. Let's get that lowered. Yeah, I'm going to say something like that looks pretty good to me. Let's... What happens? How fast does that go? 9k? Probably could go a bit faster. Yeah, we'll go in Gear 3 P1. Let's revs on and then PTO, and we're spraying. Excellent. So obviously a huge part of the problem with this little tractor is that I can't actually see where I'm going. The tram lines are non-existent. So yeah, it might not be a permanent option, but it'll do for the minute. I think it quite possibly needs to go on the Puma. Where you at? That's in the ground. That's too low there. Oh, hello. Yeah, I think this tractor is a bit too small for this. That's okay. We'll put it on the Puma. I think that pipe's right in the way of looking at the end of that, the end of the sprayer there. Oh yeah, this is. If we lower the front, I have a feeling the pipe is. Oh no, maybe. Oh no, okay, maybe that's the way to do this actually. Okay, way up. We're sliding about. Okay, sorry. Not concentrating there. I think that's a better way of doing that. Lowering that down. I don't think it's on the floor. No, it's not on the floor, so I think that's the best way of doing that. So we've got... How many fields do we have to go and spray? We've got... This one, the Banky one, the canola, and then one field of barley back at Seaview Farm. So I think we've got 4 arable crops. Lower that back down a bit. 4 arable crops to spray. I think I've decided I probably won't spray any grass because I'm pretty keen on saving this liquid fert for crops because it's so expensive. So I think that's what we'll go with. So we'll we'll spray liquid fert onto the 4 arable fields, and then it's whether we want to spray anything on the sugar beet. Yeah, I don't know. So that's something to think about. Oh, left up. That is not very. God, it's so high that side and ridiculously low that side. Oh dear, the joys. Right, head into this one here. Get back up to 12k. That should just kick back in automatically. Yes, good old section control. That's another thing I've been learning about is section control, as in like the sprayer add-on mod. That is a difficult mod to master. That really is, because Giants have in FS17 they've they've made the sprayers to basically identify as one whole what's the word, thing essentially. So with section control obviously you have to have each individual section available to control, right? And Giants basically don't allow that because the whole sprayer arm and all the spray coming out of it counts as one. I'll miss that tram line and go for the next one, I think. Yeah, it's very, very difficult. So you basically have to go into the XML or go into Giants editor and section off each piece. I think it's a very, very difficult thing to do. So yeah, that's been one that I have been trying to understand, so if I could add it to another sprayer, but it's a bit too difficult for my tiny little brain, so I have basically just decided that I'm just going to use ready-made section control sprayers, like the one I've got, because there's no reason not to. Is that going to clear it? Just. Beautiful. I can blame Courseplay for not putting a tram line around that. Yes, exactly. Yes, because I would have done so much better, because I'm a perfect tractor driver. We probably do have enough fertiliser. Yeah, because this isn't using a lot of fertiliser at all. So we would definitely have enough fertiliser to do everything, like grass, sugar beet, the lot. So we could do it if we wanted to. The grass I'm not so worried about because it sounds silly, but it's just more bales to cart. which obviously would be a good thing, but it's it's they're not the easiest things to cart. So I think actually it might make more sense to save that money. Yeah, maybe we could get some beef cattle as well. Another winter project, maybe. That and some wood chip. That'd be fun. That would be fun. That should go past it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I think actually I do remember adding MR to this sprayer. So I think what's happened is, because I remember reading in the MR's XML for the sprayer that it uses less spray, which possibly is why we are using such little amount of liquid fertilizer, which actually is annoying. I know from a financial perspective that's better, but actually from a realistic perspective I wouldn't mind if it used more. So I actually might take that MR XML back out so it uses more liquid fertilizer, because it's not actually changing the way that the sprayer behaves, it just changes how much spray actually comes out as such. It's not changing the physics. So I think that's going to have to come back out, because that's making it a bit too easy for us. Right, I think that is this field sprayed with liquid fertilizer. So we've given the first dose of fertilizer there. We can actually get that folded up without dragging it into the ground and bending all the arms. So let's get that lifted up. There she goes. Beautiful. Lovely. Right, that is us sprayed in this field for the moment. Get the old hand throttle off there. Drop a gear. Get four-wheel drive off. Right, well I'm going to head up the road and carry on spraying. I think I might put the sprayer on the other tractor, because although it does work, the front tank makes it quite difficult to actually see tram lines. Just debating whether I spray the sugar beet now. Do I or do I don't? Oh, that's an off-camera decision, I think. I don't know whether to spray the sugar beet. I don't know. I'm gonna go away and have a think about that. Hope you've enjoyed this episode, guys. You're probably going to be stuck spraying with me for a little while now, as there's quite a lot of it to do. So I'll try and do something else. But I'm going to carry on spraying, guys. Trying to think what's next on the list of jobs for us. Trying to think what's next. So once we've sprayed everything off, I suppose we could do a first cut before harvest would probably be the thing to do. So we've got 3 grass fields up here we can cut. We've got a 4th one there. Is it 4 grass fields we've got the possibility of? I think. Yeah, 4 grass fields. So we could do first cut once we've finished spraying. Probably the thing to do. Alright guys, I'm going to leave this here. Hope you've enjoyed. Thanks for the support as always. I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Cheerio!